All right, so my friends, welcome. With the Bronze to Mythic season concluded. If you missed it, go watch it. Obviously, we had a banger season. It is now time for Draftsmith. Oh my God, what am I going to do? Draftsmith takes the wheel. This is a fun thing we do at the end of every season, where we use the Draftsmith overlay from Untapped ridiculously irresponsibly. So obviously, of course, Untapped is our draft helper. Untapped.gg. Download it for free. Use my link, please. You get 10 free drafts for Draftsmith. And we're going to follow it completely blindly, what you shouldn't do. It's more like guidelines. It's a helper. You know, it uses data to kind of give you a little bit of a push here or there if you're struggling or you're plateauing. The problem here is that, so we're going to take whatever card it wants to take based on this bottom number here. The problem is that our tiebreaker is usually rarity or ranking. And these cards are ranked literally exactly the same. What do I do? 10 seconds. Chat, help me out. I'm just going to take the mono card. I just think it's more, it'll lock in less and be more interesting. So we'll take a single color card. So that'll be our tiebreaker, I guess. So we're going to take whatever card it tells us to take every single time of the entire draft. I'll talk about where I would have deviated. And this is not going to give us the best deck in the format. You know, this is not like a cheaty program where it's always right. However, it's a really good helper, you know, for folks who are struggling, or again, if you're a really good player, but you're just plateauing. It's a way to kind of like take the data and put it into a really simple and easy way for you to use while you're playing. It's not like looking up things on 17 lands or whatever. So we're going to follow blindly and do our thing. We see here it wants to take a surveillance monitor with our second pick. Only card even in the 30s. And of course, how you use this is, this bottom number is the key number. This is the Draftsmith number based on all the cards you've already drafted, as well as every game ever played on Untapped. Two top numbers here are, this is the LSV set review ranking. It's a static number. You can be out of date at times. And then the little U number is the ranking based on all the games ever played on Untapped, but not relative to the cards you've already drafted. So, for example, we have a blue card and a red card here, so it's not going to be looking at the other cards as tightly. Although there are no good blue or red cards in this pack, so we see it wants to take an escape tunnel, which I kind of like, honestly. There's like a white card, there's like a green card in this pack in Bite Down on Crime and Not on My Watch. But Draftsmith wants to take the tunnel here and just stay open, which I actually love. I think it's actually a really a good deal. And it's one of the challenges, of course, is that like it's part of the skill in drafting is knowing when to pivot, when to kind of change, gears. Which, the bot isn't always as good at doing, but it's avoiding these two kind of mediocre cards here in color, taking a tunnel, which is great. So, take the tunnel, and we'll see where it takes us. We'll see if it locks us into blue-red, or we'll see if it explores other things. More lands, man. I love taking lands. I'm stoked the Draftsmith wants to take lands also. Archive here is, obviously, first playing blue is totally fine, but opening up for splashes is really cool, too. Splashing Torch of Witness is also pretty cool, too. That's great. So, still, thanks to Reset, appreciate that. Of course, this is Bronze to Mythic. This is our Draftsmith Takes Wheel episode, and we're following Draftsmith blindly. And so far, I am pleased with the picks, honestly. Ooh, that's a fun one. So we get a Coveted Falcon. Yes, we do. Nice late Falcon here. This is a pretty good rare. It plays very weird. The floor is just like, give them a land, attack, take it back, immediately draw a card. But this card's great. Pretty high ceiling, pretty cool card. Pack's pretty thin otherwise. These picks have been largely pretty easy so far, which is, obviously good for investment. So, take the Falcon. I think this is a fairly straightforward set that Draftsmith should do pretty well in. Next pack. Ooh, I don't like this pick at all. All right, so next pack's got 3 white cards, 2 of which are pretty good. On the Job is great, and then Auditor can be really good in the right deck. It's got 1 green card, Creeper, which is a fine card, obviously, and then not much else. And this wants to take the Creeper over the On the Job. I'm taking On the Job here because we can just be blue-white pretty easily. White's also the deepest color, but hey, I ain't driving, folks. We're taking the Creeper. I think being a multi-color green deck's also a cool place to be, although probably a challenge for Draftsmith to put together, so we'll see. Much simpler pick here. We see a Gadget Technician. We already have blue cards and red cards, so card's pretty good. Good solid card. Can be splashed, obviously, in a mono blue deck as well. Blood Spider Analysis is great. It is a really good card. If we were trying to go down like the 5-color path, I could definitely see taking this, but like it's a pretty hard thing to put together, honestly. So, taking the Gadget guy, just doing our thing. Wow. Super late Buried in the Garden. Does it want it? It does. Okay, we're getting frisky, folks. Usually, Draftsmith tends to just draft like solid 2-color decks. You'll never have the best deck at the table, but you'll always have a solid playable deck. So if you're struggling, like, just putting together a playable deck, it will usually give you one. Usually it doesn't go off the rails like this, though. This is going to be really fun to watch. So we have a Buried in the Garden here, which is obviously an excellent removal spell, an excellent multicolored card. And now we're looking at a whole bunch of different colors here. And Draftsmith tends to struggle a little bit with these multicolored things because they require a lot of ingenuity to kind of put together. But lovely automaton pick here. These cards excellent. These multicolored decks, you can always play it on turn 2 and it fixes your mana. So love this pick also. We see Connect the Dots Complication Orangutan. It wants the complication. It's just going for all their removal spells and stuff too. So it takes complication here. Yeah, I mean, I think if we were blue-red, the orangutan would be better. But all right, so we have cards from all colors here. Both blue-red cards table from this pack, obviously, because they were terrible. And taking reasonable doubt. Sure, I can't wait to see what what Draftsmith actually built out of this. So Detonation is obviously a fine card. Take that. And the confiscation. So we are blue-red with a bunch of other cards in our... Oh, my God. Wow. So we open up a ridiculous red rare, a pretty good blue rare. Lamplight Phoenix is obviously excellent. You can see here it's a 52 ranking, which is, anything over 50 is absolutely absurd. 4.0 from LSV, and of course, almost a 50 here on the actual Phoenix ranking here. Now, important to note, like, are we blue-red? We've taken a number of cards speculatively. Will Draftsmith realign and go back to blue-red? Maybe, I don't know. We're gonna find out. So Phoenix is great. Obviously, a great open here. We're certainly ready enough to take it. So let's take the Phoenix. Remember, folks, first remember that like button, of course, and subscribe, like, follow, do all the things, support the content. If you enjoy Draftsmith Takes the Wheel, let me know with your buttons. All right. So we got a close one here. A lot of close ones actually. We've got Fuss and Bother, Cold Case Cracker, and Red Herring, all at 38. We said we were going to use Rarity as a tiebreaker, and then the Draftsmith rating as a tiebreaker. So should we use Rating and then Rarity? I think it's Rating and then Rarity. So it's actually Cracker here, because Cracker has a rating of 37. I think Cracker's great. So, and I remember what we used to do. Was it Rarity as the breaker, or actually this is a new number? So, all right, we'll all of us take the Cracker, and just solid blue card here is pretty reasonable. And more blue cards, but they're all pretty bad. We got a Draftsmith and a Shock, though. Interesting. So it looks like we're kind of just getting back into blue-red, which seems to be pretty open, which is good. Shock's obviously phenomenal. The Draftsmith is also pretty good in this deck, as is the Crime Novelist. So they're actually, and Case. So there are a number of cards that could table on this pack that are like pretty good for our blue-red deck. But yeah, Shock's great. So I'm going to take the Shock here. And I agree with this pick. All right. I mean, there's a Lightning Helix. We do have a Meticulous Archive and an Escape Tunnel. So splashing white could be possible. Though splashing for a Helix is like not the most exciting thing of all time. But yeah, I mean, there's no other card even close to it in the pack because all the blue cards or whatever, and there are no red cards really. So, all right, yeah, take the Helix. All right, let's see where this takes us. And next pack shows us an Offender at Large and a Granite Witness and a Makeshift Binding. Ooh, wow, okay. Now we're starting to go places. So we see the Binding here. That's an actual white card. So we want to be 3 colors here? What do you think of Draftsmith? I think I might take the Granite Witness here, or Offender at Large to kind of keep into my main 2 colors, but I ain't driving. It's Binding. We're going places and doing things. Pick 6. Draftsmith does love removal. One thing Draftsmith is not great at is like, balancing how many removal spells you actually have. It doesn't necessarily rate them based, like your 7th Makeshift Binding is worse than your first, good 2-drop or whatever. So, but yeah, so we're going to take the Fae Flight here, which is kind of whatever card, just a blue card, it's fine. Wow.
Bingo. All right.
Draftsmith gets the gift 7th pick Gleaming Gear Drake, which is obviously a huge sign that the archetype blue-red is open. So obviously a slam dunk pick here. Not often you see a red flamey logo here on the pick 7, but there you go. Gossip Projector. Projector's great too. A little Inspector action. Yeah, that's great. And then we see from our opening pack the Researcher tables, as does the Juggler. But pretty easy Researcher. Yeah, it's pretty good. All right, so I think we're blue-red. I'm going to take the Diligence here probably. Oh, they're all bad. Yeah, whatever, sure. I mean, I don't think play any of these cards, so pretty bad card. The Crime Novelist tables, which does play well in our blue-red deck. Awesome. So, this has been a pretty cool draft. The Candlestick, awesome. Candlestick is actually playable in blue-red. You can even play with a Snuffler guy, too, so. Alright, so pack. Oh, my God. What's it going to do? Ah! It's taking the chief. We're off the rails, folks. Alright, we open up Bomb Rare, but it's obviously double white. It is a blue, white rare. It is obviously a total bomb. Card's insane, just like hard to kill, hard to beat. Card advantage. Card's everything, you know? It's also a shock in the pack, as well as a bunch of other good stuff. Buried in the Garden, Person of Interest, Drag the Canal, Evidence Examiner. I think taking shock here would be far more disciplined. I think, I don't know what I would take, honestly. I'm gonna take what it says or whatever, but. So now our mana needs to really work. We'll see if it does. Obviously, we have the one archive and the one tunnel, but like, that's a lot. We have double red, double white, a lot of blue cards. We see here a pretty easy galvanize. I agree. Good job, Draftsmith. Where you go? Splash Buried in the Garden. Splash even more. All right, so we got a Buzz Crusher, which is honestly just fine. Just a big flyer, you know? Really, it's not too bad. The Snuffler in my table, it's actually kind of fine in our deck, so it could be a thing. No More Lives, Super Cracker, pretty good pack. A lot of gold cards, but yeah, I think Buzz Crusher's great here. Just artifact, solid flyer. Definitely interesting to see if it's going to help try and get our mana going here at all. So, next pack. It's funny, actually. The Researcher actually helps the cast the double white card with only one white source. That's kind of like a backdoor thing. It wants to take the Technician, though. So, again, these sort of like little synergies, like I think Researcher is actually really, really good in our deck because it helps fix our white-white. I think I would definitely take Researcher here. But yeah, it's gonna be Gadget Guy because I can't. I'm not in control. We have technology. Guys, take the wheel, folks. Take the Gadget Guy. And then we got a Spell Snare, Inspector, and then a Basher. Sure. All right. Lost in the Maze. This is not a table from our opening pack. This is a new Lost in the Maze. It's funny, like. I think Lost in the Maze is pretty overrated. I think it's like on average worse than Out Cold. I would take Deduced here. I don't think it's close, honestly, but or even Bystanders. We have a 2-drop, but yeah, I can't. I'm not driving. So Lost in the Maze it is. So Paladin, how's it go, folks? Again, if you're just tuning in, welcome. Of course, if you're watching on Twitch, hit the follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, support the content. You like Bronze to Mythic, you like what I'm doing here, then support it. All right. We got a. Hate this pick. None of these cards are very good anyway, but Watchdog is like completely unplayable in our deck. Obviously, it's more of an archetype card, but whatever. We got a late Not on My Watch. That card's really good. Yeah, sure. I mean, we're obviously pretty solidly 3 colors at this point, so our mana base is going to be interesting for sure. This is that crazy pack we opened, the Examiner and the Person of Interest Bolt table, which is pretty crazy, but sure. We'll take the old Person. I don't think it's very good in our deck, but it's obviously a good card. Another Reasonable Doubt. Or a Thinking Cap. Yeah, sure. All right. I mean, it's funny, like, without the Buzz Crusher and the Phoenix, maybe we're just splashing red, but, like, we have both of those, so. See, I would take Snuffler here. I think that Felonious Rage is whatever, and Snuffler is actually kind of fine in these decks, these, like, artifact decks, but sure. Another Reasonable Doubt. We're not playing 3 of his card ever, so whatever. All right. So there you go, folks. A Jeskai masterpiece. Well, now, so how this works is we're going to play whatever deck it tells us to build, and then if we get to 2 losses, I'm allowed to change the deck. That's how it works. So it wants Jeskai, so we're going to build this deck, hit this button, and then we're going to go down over here and just follow what it says. So Detonation's gone, this card's gone, Buried in the Garden's gone, Novelist, Cerebral, Obligation, Diligence, Faith Light, Doubt, Mass, Candlestick, Rage, Thinking Cap. I want 1 more planes. Oh, oops, too many planes. All right, so this is the deck that it wants. It's got 8 red, 7 blue, 5 white. Pretty iffy mana base, honestly. We've got doubles of all colors. You know, a little bit of fixing here and there, but whatever. I think that if I was building this deck, oh my god, the Watchdog's terrible. Oh no, I'll put the Watchdog in. And this is where the machine learning fails a little bit. Because realistically, like, this card is good in the decks that it's good in, but it's a very archetype-specific card. Pretty bad unless you're, like, really go wide, green-white, or red-white aggro. But, I mean, I'm not in control, folks. What can I say? So I would play Candlestick for sure over it, or another Doubt or whatever. But either way, I mean, our card quality is pretty high. We got some good rares. Our mana works, which should be pretty good. So this is the deck, folks. You know what time it is? It is, of course, prediction time. Time to place your bets. What do you think? We are in Mythic, of course, obviously having finished our Bronze to Mythic run. Will this deck get 7 wins? Yes or no? Do you believe in Draftsmith or not? Place your bets. 7 wins. Are you a believer or a non-believer? You two folks, take a second, pause the video, scroll to the comments, liking the video along the way. And let me know, again, all cast believer or non-believer. We're playing the Draftsmith deck until 2 losses, at which point I'm allowed to change it to whatever I want. But otherwise, and of course, I'm playing the games, not Draftsmith, unfortunately. So, all right, so place your bets. Let's rock and roll. Draftsmith takes the wheel. Let's do this. All right, a lot of non-believers. They don't believe in the machines. Hey, what are you going to do, you know? All right, hand's fine. We can keep. Not great, but fun. For under pressure, you can always play this thing face up, too, which is not like the worst thing ever. So, we are pretty high Mythic. We're 400-ish Mythic, which is kind of cool. So, to the ride, see what happens. Mismatched lands are for Gamer Weirdo. Putting in the Channel Point Redemption. Draw Plains. Perfect mana.
Bingo! All right.
Case of the Pilfered Proof. Sure. Alright. Just gonna morph. Segyo.
I just love your disguise.
As flies were attracted to crap, I was attracted to cases.
They're gonna say go. Hold on, what are we doing here? Alright, come on. This is serious Draftsmith game. Draftsmith obviously hacked into their computer and made them lose all their crap. So, person or gadget is our best beater here. My pursings were on the offensive, so. Alright.
Suspects are armed and dangerous.
25 minutes later, 7 opponents in a row never play a third land, and Draftsmith wins. Wow, weird. The machines always win. It's kind of weird, right? What's up, friend? You gonna play a third land or no? Yeah, Draftsmith and the Arena Shuffler were roommates in college. I heard that. Yeah. They were real buddies, you know? One phone call is all it takes. AI working together. We're screwed, folks. This is it. This is the end of the world, folks. We're done for here. This is it. It's over.
Who's in charge? Me or the devil? I think I'm in charge.
It's close as I have to the Terminator theme on the soundboard. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Do do do. Scabamonte, new sub. What's the name? We're promoting Apollo Drivers. Appreciate you. Opponent is either salting or super in the tank. I don't really know, but it's a great time to for that follow button. Support the content. Leave a comment. Like the video. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Instagram. You know, just. It's what I do, you know. I'm a content creator. This is my job, and you support me by putting buttons. Are they salting off? Where's Release Us from? So this is so that's from so last year on the Rangers, when they were going out to start the game, when they were leaving the locker room, one of their, like, not very good, but very energetic players would rally them all up, and he would say, Shesty, release us. Shesterkin is their goalie. So usually the goalie goes out first, just like tradition or whatever. So he would say, Shesty, release us. Ah! And, like, it's really funny because he's, like, a super, you know, like, charismatic, energetic, like, you know, kind of, like, not that good player, but, like, you know, a good, like, locker room guy. And our goalie, Igor Shesterkin, is, like, one of the best goalies in the league, but he's super stoic and super like like the exact opposite of that, basically. Like super awkward, super, you know, non-well-spoken. He's just a really freaking good goalie. So it's always like Ryan Reeves going, "Whoa, release us!" And Jesse just like, "All right, let's go, guys." Hey, Cop, new sub. What's your name from welcome? All right, so we're gonna win. Sure, we'll take it.
Game.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? You know. So we'll book that one, and of course we are brought to you by Draftsmith. Takes the wheel.
In the search for the ultimate weapon, knowledge is power. Introducing Draftsmith, your new secret weapon for Magic the Gathering Arena Limited Mode. Draftsmith helps you pick the perfect card every time by providing an in-depth rating for each card. These ratings adapt based on the cards you've already chosen, making sure you always stay one step ahead of the competition. After the draft is done, Draftsmith recommends the optimal deck based on the cards you have chosen. No more, win more. Download Draftsmith today from untapped.gg.
All right, let's try to play a real game here, maybe. We got Great Mana again. This Watchdog is so bad in our deck, but whatever. We actually just go for a red first. We can cast Galvanize. No, we're not casting Galvanize in turn 2, so we'll keep the planes. So now we have double white for our bomb rare. So let's take this thing. So we just got a Researcher on 3. They got the old doggo here, trying to get some graveyard stuff going on.
Hello, little fella.
Oh, 2 doggos, sure. Any program being 2 steps ahead of the competition? I mean, dress is about all there is, you know? Alright. Oh my god, this is the most aggro draw I've ever seen. What is going on?
Yeah.
Triple 1-drop. Double Gorehound. Probably should have done this later, or whatever. So I get to surveil twice again.
Hello, little fella. Hello, little fella.
She is small, but she is mighty.
Alright. I mean, we're just going to research her, right? So we have all this stuff. I mean, our Watchdog is getting really bad here, but this gives us more mana next turn. We give it like, I mean, like, it's only 3 power, you know, whatever. And pump this is fine. Here's a green lance. They are green-black. I'm going to attack, sure. Take 3, mill some more cards. They mill over a tipster and a land. Okay. One-way ticket to a 2-dog night. Playmorph.
Disguises?
They're doing it again.
It is small, right?
Alright. I mean, feel like we're not doing much here. Maybe we just galvanize this morph. Attack for 1, maybe. Probably, yeah, that's fine. Alright, so just kill this. Yeah, I'm sure. It kind of sucks, but
Think about it. Masked man taking off his mask.
we'll just attack for 1. Crowd Control Warden? Sure. That'd have been pretty big later, so that's fine. Gonna get the Watchdog in there, try and block. I'd happily trade Dog for this thing. So, yeah, this card's just atrocious in our deck. It's like a 3-2 Vigilance for 4. Like, it has no good abilities at all, so. Alright, let's take 3. And again, it is a slow burn. They're kind of just chipping away here. More cards in the bin. There's a Killer Among Us. And a Greenbelt Radical. That card is a little better than our previous cards. I mean, I might need to fire up this Lost in the Maze here. Just, like, tap some stuff. You know, realistically, we're kind of taking a beat down. If I play the Watchdog, I can block the Leech, so I'll take 4 off this thing. Maybe I should wait a turn. Alright, so let's play this thing. Just say go, I guess. Trading Watchdog for their Fester Leech really sucks, but we need to draw, like, a spell here, probably. Once this thing dies, I can evidence it, too. Yeah, we much prefer Out Cold, just drawing a card off Clue. It's so funny how this card is worse than in the common, but... Will I draft War of a Spark? Probably not. No. I gotta do some, we're doing our Bronze Mythic off-season content right now, so we're doing a draft 6 the wheel right now. I'm gonna do a few drafts in Mythic, and then tomorrow, me and Nicole are gonna do a coaching draft. Where I'm gonna coach Nicole through a draft. So, Every confession? Creature with the greatest power? I mean, that's fine. Whatever, sure. Thanks, creator. Appreciate that. So they're probably gonna pump here. I gotta tap. I'm so stupid. I just clicked the button too fast. That's fine. Sure. Schedule's on Twitter as it always is. Yep, should be on Twitch and the command as well. Updated should be. And there it is on Twitter, as it always is. So they're gonna pump. We take 9 here. Yeah, I should have tapped the 4/4. That was a mistake. I just misclicked. I just clicked too fast. So hi, I'm Jim. You can't stop human error, Draftsmith. Can't stop the human equation, you know. All right, so we draw a Falcon. So we're gonna tap all 4 things. We'll just check for 1. So as they go, we're gonna launch the maze, tapping down their entire team. Get lost. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tap them all down. Buy me 2 turns. They play a Whipcracker? Sure. A gadget guy. Sure, this is fine. So, let this guy face up. Play a Morph. Little taparoo.
My name is Guy Incognito.
We could like just freaking give them the Lost in the Maze too, and just try and get it back. But I think we're okay here. We're like kind of close to stabilizing. All right, they're saying go. That's awesome for us. So untap. Wow. All right, that was a really good draw too. All right, so we're gonna flip. I'm gonna give them. I can't give them Lost in the Maze anymore because now this thing's a thing too. I can't tap their stuff too. So, just gonna give them like a land. Maybe give them land Lost in the Maze and draw 3, and then we'll attack and get back our Lost in the Maze immediately. Kind of like that. So it's got reach. I still get to attack, doesn't matter, right? So gaming resub, thanks so much. I've enjoyed the set. Obviously we won a lot too, so let's give me these 3. So give him these 3. Draw 3 cards. We draw a Cold Case Cracker. Some lands. It's really good actually. So attack with our Falcon. Let's get back Lost in the Maze. Cool. And then we have another good blocker and our moves. I think we're actually like in phenomenal shape this game. Here's a Cracker. And now we have, not on my watch, 4 blockers. We gave them white and blue, so if they're splashing like, you know, a bomber, they catch tracks or something like that. That would suck, obviously, but I think we're good otherwise. They're going to extract a confession. So they're going to hit my Cracker, I guess. Sure. Alright. That's tough. We can tap the Cracker. Not on my watch, the Radical. I guess we're taking 2. We just can't do anything about it, so. This can just block one of these things. This has to block this. No, I gotta trade and block. Alright, so. Let's tap this. Evidence 3. So a little help here, but like, I think we're like kind of okay. It's not great. All right. Oh my God! Stop. All right. So they Assassin's Trophy us. We're like so close to stabilizing too. Blue, 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 white. Let's get another red. Alright, so the block here. Going to 2 with 2 menace creatures in play is kind of crappy, so... And they might have gotten us here. Down to 2. Draw another land. I mean, obviously we should do some spells. That'd be sweet too, you know, but... Whatever, I guess. Okay. Just gotta keep drawing and draw a spell, right? Give me a shock or something.
Bingo!
Okay. We're still alive. Let's say go. We only have 18 cards left, you know, like... Oh my god. This is fine. We'll shock over the target, but... Target the Fester Leech. Well, actually, I can't shock that. That's actually... Actually, I can shock in response to them activating the ability, which is kind of fine, so... Alright. Or I can tap it. Alright, so... We can tap the Fester Leech, double block a Gorehound, shock the Whipcracker. We're still pretty behind the 8-ball, but... Would I rather shock the Fester Leech? No, because I'll be able to shock because they just won't even activate it. So, all right. You draw more spells, but what are you gonna do? So early chip shots, you know, really getting us. Let's draw our Ezram. Let's draw our Bomber. If we do that, that'd be sweet. They're still high up on these mana creatures, too. Alright, let's go to 1 freaking life. Draw a mountain. Unfortunately, that's going to kill us. I mean, maybe they don't attack or something. This is a stinker. Like, just like, needed a little bit more to get there. Here's a Maverick, sure. Like, they just had, like, the kill spell and all the right turns. Just got enough early chip shot damage in to finish us off. Like, if we were at, like, 5, I think we're a heavy favorite this game. But 1 is just a little bit too small. Yeah, I screwed up. I missed a tap earlier. And maybe it'd be 5 exactly. So, that one's on me, I guess.
Waka waka.
Alright, so we're going to tap this. Selling 3. Maybe they get scared, no attack. Also, if our Watchdog had been a real spell, that'd have been sweet too. Alright, they got us. GG. Close one. Close one. One little mistake, and then one issue. Alright, so that's fun. Did I have fun? Yeah, it was a good game. It's our fault we lost, so... Alright, that game was a combination of pilot error and bad deck building, so I would say me and Draftsmith were both to blame on that one. Alright, so we're going to keep this, even though we only have Mountain to the Automaton and we're on the draw, so... just find a blue source for our Gear Drake also. This card's obviously great. No 2-drop, wow. Torch too, Torch is great. So our hand's pretty good here. You can draw a white or a blue. Bidding any non-white or blue source there, pretty much. Are you serious? Well, we ain't doing much either, so... This is some good Magic, folks. Just good TV, you know? Mono red versus mono white. End step. They're gonna get a clue. Sure.
You know how you can tell it's a clue? Because it's a clue.
Back in the stuck on 2 planes bracket. Yep. Crack the clue. Okay, sure. Discard into hand size. Just good TV. Once again, the AIs are working together here. They can't, like, rig every game. That would look too obvious. But, you know, most games is reasonable. Could have shocked armor creature, turn off the investigate. It's true. Alright, so you're got a technician. Alright, so we're gonna play a morph.
I'm going to be a master of disguise.
Honestly, like, one of his game is mono red. It's like not crazy. We have like 2 good threats and 2 good removal spells, and they're stuck on 2 lands. So there it is. Oh, there are a lot of colors too. They're playing green and red. So cool art on these lands. One face down card. We draw blue. All right, I don't mind trading here either of these. I think so. I'm just gonna attack them both. Actually, you know, I can actually shock and play Gear Drake. Never mind, we'll just shock and do this. Just shock this thing. 3-mana kill your creature. Play Gear Drake. Attack for a bunch. There's a Dog Walker. Love it. Good kill, Jim.
This is my true form.
Alright, they're like just freaking dead, so. Let's go land, no witnesses. They were good here. Yeah, I bit my lip. I got a dentist filling done this morning, so my lips are still kind of numb, and now I'm starting to feel it again. And now I have a fat lip. I think I might have bit my own lip while I didn't realize it. Just a real smart individual over here. 7 cards in hand, 3 mana. What do you got, friend? You can always play a morph, right? Morphs are always good. Practice Clue, grow our Gear Drake. This card plays, you know. This card definitely plays. Play another morph. Untap and draw a Surveillance Monitor, which is also pretty good. Alright, we should jam play this, so. Yeah, I'll just attack. Send it. They're going to block the Automaton, not the morph. Try to play it safe here. This works out great for us. Love it. Alright, so here's our monitor. And, gotta be 4, right? Alright, collect evidence 4. Make a Thopter. Once again, please don't go land no witnesses. They also had a Gadget Technician? And here's a scene of the crime. Alright, so let's crack this clip. Draw another mountain. Alright, I mean, just gonna get in, I guess. Do our thing. Lethal in 2 turns. The Is It Machine rolls on. Paul's making a game of it, despite missing the land drops and stuff. Here's a Lush Portico. They've been a land and no witnesses. Person of interest. That is not quite no witnesses. Who resub? Thanks so much. 2 years. We drew a land. That's cool. Never dead. Okay. Goodbye. Alright, not a very eventful game. Obviously, we'll take it. Autumn resub also. Thanks so much. Appreciate that. Alright, moving on up. Perfect mana again. There's the Ezra. Unfortunately, also the Watchdog.
Still a piece of
That's okay, though. It's fine. We'll give our opponent the Watchdog, right? Top card's Island. Keep that. Perfect mana. I guess no double red, but... Ooh.
Unsolvable case. Solved.
Alright, so just say go. I mean, we got morph into Watchdog. Just play our Gadget Boy. Gonna counter it? That'd be sad. Don't do it.
Take off the mask!
It's fine. And what do you got here? A Projector Inspector. So do we play the Watchdog and just try and trade it, or we like just play it later, or maybe it'll matter. So double red. Our mana base is perfect. 3/2, make a flyer. They looted away a land. We're close on Ezra too. This is more of a 6-drop than a 5-drop, but all right. So, oh yeah, right. We have 2 mountains. I can't even guess yet, so that's fine. Let's play the Gadget guy and say go. Happy to trade here too, anyway. So here's a Jaded Analyst. Weak card is a good combo with the Projector Inspector. Blue-red doesn't have a ton of ways to kill a 5/5 anyway, so... Alright. They discard a Hotshot Investigators. They're like a mediocre blue common factory. We draw the planes. Awesome. So now we have Ezra Mana next turn. Okay. Probably playing Ezra next turn. Don't want to morph this. Could potentially unmorph it, end step, give them a thing, and then I can get it back immediately too. Sure.
Show yourself.
Say go. Cornered Crook. This is going to sacrifice a clue and bolt my technician. That's fine. Sure, she's dead. He's dead, but it's fine. We can double block here too. It's pretty sick actually. So let's double block. They're gonna put the morph first too. Oh, this is awesome for us. Alright, so let's flip this thing. I'm gonna give them if I give them a tapped land, when I attack and get it back, it'll still be tapped. If I give them the 1/1 though, then oh, I mean, if I give them the technician in response, I draw a card, but then I don't get to block either. Like they're obviously gonna attack with this, so I think it's not obvious. I could, so I didn't consider the play I should have. Obviously, I could have given them the creature in response and just drawn a card. But we could also just not play Ezra next turn. I think is also reasonable. Let's give them. I'm gonna draw 2. Let's draw 2. Okay, we obviously Ezra, in due time. So, all right. So, attack and get back our islands, and Gear Drake. Play Watchdog and try and double block the crook with these two. We're just trying to get them to use whatever they have, right? Just use your resources. I don't care if it's 2 for 1 me. I got big boom moves in play, so he's an orangutan. Smashy, smashy. Alright, so they get to keep a land. What are you going to do? Alright, there's a Galvanize too. Cool. So, attack for 4, NBD. Here comes the boom boom. Able to scoop. And then we'll attack. Oh, I'm so stupid! No! Sneaky reach!
Waka waka.
Don't play a set for 2 weeks, and the monkey gets you again. Raise your hand in chat or leave a comment on YouTube if you ever talked to the monkey by accident. Why does this thing have reach? There's no bow, there's no arrow, there's no spiders. Alright? They're going to main phase intrude on the mind. Sure. They reveal red-handed, ill-time explosion, mountain detective land. Unbelievable. He is tailing a Thopter in half, that is true, but really, really, really long arms. I think our rare beats their rares. I think we're fine here, but we get Vigilance, Lifelink, or Hexproof. We have Gear Drake also to go with our Ezra, which is insane. Yeah, how does Kolga the Titan Ape not have reach? And this guy does. Just saying. Milky, you're a sub now. Thanks, Brendan. So, I'm going to give them Caught Red-Handed, a Mountain. Either they get a 3/3, or I give them Ill-Time Explosion. I gotta give them this, right? Like, the spell can't be countered, but this is hexproof, which is fine. So choose the pile to put in your opponent's hand. This pile. So they get a 3/3 creature. Fine. Play land. Fine. Sure. I guess they can block this thing. Vigilance, lifelink, or hexproof. It's actually pretty annoying, so it's fine though. Draw a Lamplight Phoenix. That's also pretty good. So now I can't attack anymore. But it's like fine though, because they can't really attack either. This steals the thing for 1 turn. It's whatever. I don't want to tap out. I can't play this. So let's go monitor Geardrake, I guess, right? Yeah, level 1 mana up for our Ezram. I am at 10. They can steal them, but I can also just gain life too, so. Alright, let's just say go. Plenty of blockers, 10 life. Lamplight's also insane. Also insane alongside the monitor too, so. Yeah, they want to steal. I think this card, I don't think I've ever seen this card even be played. This card's like pretty bad, so. What do you got, friend? Yeah, they can't target this thing. I should give it hexproof. So, and if they target a different thing, like, sure, whatever, I guess. You know, like, yeah, it's like Thopter. Once we untap, we have 3 clues and a Thopter to go with our Ezram. It's pretty insane. Also, every sack pumps our Geardrake. We have Phoenix plus Monitor too. They're going to try and steal our Monitor. Hey. All right.
I don't have friends. I have suspects.
They have 1 unknown card. I can't think of a card that would screw me for blocking with this, then giving this hexproof in combat. So I'm just going to do that. A bounce spell maybe? That doesn't even matter, so. Cool. That was it. That was the whole shebang bang.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we have still not safe attacks, but we're just in great shape. We have Phoenix available. I guess we'll Inspector also. I think we're about to overpower them, so sure. Putting a big card there is fine for my big stuff. So do this. And we'll just say go. Now we have like quite the setup. We've got this thing, infinite, making tokens with this thing. This thing's at hexproof. That grows this thing. So we're doing a lot. Ooh, okay. All right, sure.
Ooh, neighborhood detectives, huh?
Now they have a satchel going and they can solve their case too.
Take him away, boys.
Hey, I'm the chief here. Take him away, toys.
All right. We have 22 cards. They have 16 cards. I mean, honestly, our board is pretty hard to get through. So, like, I mean, ducking could be a possibility of this game. Thupter. If Monitor attacks, they just block with 2 things and kill it. I don't want this to die. It's part of our combo with this thing. So, solve a case.
Mystery solve.
You draw a shock. That is awesome because now I can safely attack my big flyer. So, they're at 19. I'm in. All right, they're going for the block.
Don't do this. Please, don't do this. Just get up. Just get up. Don't do it. Man, don't do it. No, don't do it. Think of your family. Think of your family.
We just got rocked. All right. Yeah, I mean, I didn't see that one coming. I'm not gonna lie. Now we're probably gonna lose. And they even get to keep one of their creatures too. This is bad. All right, yeah, that's really, really bad for us. Like, probably the only card in the whole format there that blows us out. But sure. So it gets hexproof. I'm sorry, it only pumps power on top of this. This is fine. So we still kill 2 things. We gain 5 life. Let's like draw cards. If you draw a Galvanize, maybe. Oh my god.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
That's it. I'm going to clown college.
I'm failing technology. I'm failing the machines. I think we're still a favorite this game. But it's been messy. It's been messy. No lies. All right, so we'll say go. Our board's still pretty great. Like, machine infallible, flesh imperfect. It's just as simple as that, you know? Here's a morph. This is like, it's just there's no chance to even be live at any point in the game, too. Like, it just sucks. User error is just a big problem, you know? They're going to attack. I mean, awesome. Like, right? Why would I ever not be happy about this? What do you got this time? No cards in hand. We obviously want this thing to die. So, cool.
Fortunately, we have more evidence.
Fortunately, indeed, Commander Data. Yeah. 4. Get a token. We got our own Thopter engine, you know? Guess they go. Crack the Kluski. Man, that's brutal. That is brutal. That reasonable doubt. Might still win this game, but probably don't deserve it. So they have a Thopter. I mean, this could be a big flyer, obviously, but oh, they have this thing, right? Yeah, this is not a sorcery, right? So they have a 4/4 also, so no attacks. Yeah, whatever. Just say go. Also be a 6/7 reach. That would suck. All right, so yeah, now their clue. Thing is, like by making their clue into a flyer, it can't attack anyway, and now the satchel's kind of off, which is cool. So. I think we're just gonna chill. What an ugly game, right? What's up, Arrow? How's it going, folks? If you're tuning in, welcome to the stream. This is Draftsmith Takes the Wheel. We let the bot draft our entire deck. Don't try this at home, kids, obviously. More like guidelines than rules, you know? But we're 2-1. A little human error here, mucking up the works, but, you know. Trying my best. Here's a Crime Stopper Sprite. That is not good. Sure. If this is a thing that gives +2/+0, I'd be in bad shape. It's definitely what it is. So it'd be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. I mean, well, Offender at Large is it's what I thought it was, but obviously
take off your mask.
So we go down to 6. I'm just gonna practice. We draw a spell, so let's get a mountain and draw a spell, please. That is a spell. It's not like a great spell. I mean, it is good, but like, are we just dead? We're probably just dead. Yeah. Yeah, we could have used this also to make it so they couldn't flip this. Yeah, that's true. Also, I'm just not seeing the lines. I'm just not seeing like the really like tight lines. Yeah, this is fine. Now he gets to attack too. Yeah, I think I just played really bad this game. Like, if I had mana leak this, they can't flip this. Their entire attacks have nullified. I time this thing to untap. I just played this game really, really badly. It's just like all there is to it. I mean, block here. This is 5. Yeah, I mean, we're like still pretty dead. We go to 1. They can still sack this thing if they want to also, and then make a token too. Yeah, I think we're just dead, but whatever. Yeah, we played this game really badly. What are you going to do? You know, Magic's tough. Sky Knight would be very disappointed in me. Alright, so go to 1. Don't think we have any outs. Mountain is definitely not it if we had any outs anyway. Just say go. Yeah, really, really handed this one to them on a silver platter. It actually was like fine, but yeah. Now I get to change the deck at least. That's cool for us. So yeah, just play this game really, really badly on like 7 different fronts. Reasonable Doubt would have won us the game like 4 different times. Just a bad game. However, now I get to change the deck. So that was my plan all along, obviously. So one change here, we're taking out the Terrible Dog card and putting in the Novelist, which is not like great in our deck, but it's fine. It's a cheap thing, can block, totally reasonable. Blame it on the Novocaine. Ugh. This hand's pretty bad. On the draw, we're probably getting blue. Just loot away the Buzz Crusher. And then, so we should draw any land. Then we have some loots, Monitor, Inspector, Binding. I am going to keep this. Like, looting away the Buzz Crusher and then playing Monitor and getting a token is pretty insane. I should draw a land on the draw. I'm going to keep this. A little sketchy, but all right. That's a land. We're looking for a red or blue land, but that's fine. Boros Red Herring, sure. All right. I mean, Boros aggro on the play is not ideal for us, obviously, but oh, man, just give us the red, you know. Oh, Mardutron. Oh, okay, I see how it is.
I mean, it literally could be anyone.
Where was that last turn? I made this game so much easier. Alright, so it's loot. Draw tap land. Gross. Alright, obviously we can Binding if we have to play a tap land, but I would love to just play Monitor and make a blocker. So block this thing. Next turn we draw land, we'll Monitor, make a token. If not, we'll just play a Binding. Tap land. You got a trick here. If they have a trick, they're not developing their board, which is great for us, so. That's fine. It's kind of like best of both worlds for them. It's fine. So, we miss them a land drop. We can just Binding the Detective and just play. This is fine. So, we're just trying to stay alive here. They miss a land drop. We're still at 16. We get to scry. We see a Crime Novelist in the shitter. Next turn, we get to Monitor, make it blocker, block this thing safely. It's going okay. Sure.
Ooh, disguises!
Can't find red, unfortunately, but... Alright, so, goodbye, Buzz Crusher. Hello, tokens. Segya.
Hey, little fella.
It is true if this was the dog, it'd be better for this game. It'd be 4 evidence, not 3. Tricks or no? Sure. That's like fine. You know, like it's their entire turn, whatever. We drew the red. Alright. Well, what do we have here? Reasonable Doubt is still pretty good. We could morph Reasonable Doubt, but like then I kind of want to block with the morph, which is not ideal. I'd rather keep that to flip it, maybe. Oh, man. Make a diary stuff, thanks so much. Also, Zach, thanks for the raid. Appreciate that. Tough spot. They have 5 spells in their hand and a clue. Could just Helix the morph if I'm feeling frisky. I don't really want to kill this. I want to do this. Say go. Just gotta block, I think. Like, just block the morph. Counter whatever they play. Play person of interest next turn. I already have double red for this anyway, so whatever. Just block. Down to 10. Defender at large. Pretty good morph, so not a bad trade for us. They're going to crack a clue. They don't play a spell I can Helix this thing. Also, I'll Galvanize because they can sack it. Alright, so I don't want to Galvanize because let's draw freaking cards. What's untapped? Untap and draw an island. It's not ideal. It's actually fine because now I get to leave with my mana leak also, but here's person of interest. Attack for 1, say go. Counter their spell. Untap into 2 kill spells. We have Ezra Murder deck and stuff, so it's like fine. It's not that bad. Not sure what I'm thinking about here, but sure.
World's greatest detectives!
Alright. What's up, Zach? What's going on, friend? Attack for 1. Handful of 2 mana spells. They have 6 spells in their hand, which is pretty scary, but Draftsmith takes the freaking wheel. We're hanging at the back like an idiot. Alright. Card's good. Novice Spectre, can't counter that one. Alright.
You know how you can tell it's a clue? Because it's a clue.
And they are just playing on this Reasonable Doubt like a sicko. Alright, I mean, just attack, I guess. Can't block. Suppose we win the race here, right? Obviously, this card gets worse and worse as the game goes on, unfortunately. Drawing it on turn 3 is like the literal worst time in the entire game to draw it. Take 1.
Get off my plane.
You want to suspect here? No, I don't think so. Damn, that felt good. All right. We need to draw some goddamn spells, but we're trying to get back into it here. That was huge. I couldn't beat that card if it resolved. Face down card.
I mean, it literally could be anyone.
Probably just kill this end step, right? Sure. What is it? Damn, another Night Watch? That's like the worst possible. Alright, that's very bad for us, obviously. Alright, let's stack. Automaton, hopefully find a good one. Sure, keep that. Just say go. We're trading if they attack. Still 5 spells in their hands. Oh my god. Then we gotta block the use, then use the thing.
Mystery solved.
And I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
This sucks. And they still have 4 spells in their hand, so. Alright, I mean, like, we'll just morph this. We have 5 mana. It could be any big thing. Obviously, I might be scared to attack into, but I just have so many cards, it just might not even matter, honestly. Like, they are on a pretty fast clock, so. Maybe just block and trade. I don't gutsy attack, honestly. It could be any big 5-mana morph, you know, but they have 6 cards in their hand. Just unbelievable amount of cards.
I don't have friends. I have suspects.
That was a good draw. Alright, so let's attack here and just trade the person for the detective. Lamplight's freaking huge. Unless they have an O-ring. Alright, to kill this thing. We have lethal on board. Please don't have makeshift binding. That's all I gotta say.
They're small, yes, but they are powerful.
Mystery solved.
I mean, they're still dead on board, right? Why did I miss attack too? What are they doing? What's going on here?
Inconceivable.
Why wouldn't they go for a clue? Do they have the exile and attacker card? Oh, that would suck. Why wouldn't they? It doesn't make sense why the inspector didn't get in though. Shit. I mean, so if we're scared of the kill and attacker card, we could play around it by attacking both of our Thopters twice. That's kind of a heads up play, right? Like they have 5 spells in their hand. Like, you know, like. What do you think, folks? This is for the whole draft. We lose this game, it's all over. So, just like, well, attack with both of these, block again. I guess we still die. We still die to like on the job, another haster. I'll just do it. All right, here we go, folks. You ready? I hate being right every time. We still die to so much stuff that like, yeah, sure, that would have killed us also, right? Nah, it was one short actually, but. Alright, yeah, I mean, unfortunately for this run of Draftsmith the Wheel, pilot error was a real issue. I lost 2 of those games, like, just totally on me, I think. So, wasn't really the deck's fault, totally, but we'll take our 2-3 and kind of skulk back to the house or whatever. Alright, so hop me over here to Untapped.gg. Once again, track all your games for free. Download Untapped.gg. Use my link, please. They do sponsor me, obviously. And deck wasn't bad, honestly. I think that there's obviously a mistake or two in deck building. I would have made different picks at certain points, obviously, but it's definitely a playable deck. You know, like, two of those losses were just blatantly our fault. I guess two of the wins were also just like probably not doing anything also. But, you know, not a bad deck. Obviously, we're a Mythic, too. The games are obviously pretty challenging as well. But yeah, could have played better for sure, obviously. But that's Draftsmith takes the wheel for Murders of Karlov Manor. Of course, we do this every set after our Bronze Mythic run, which was an awesome run. If you missed it, go watch it on YouTube. Retrospective is up. We'll do some Mythic drafts here for some more off-season content for Bronze Mythic while we lead up to our next set. Outlaws of Thunder Junction. And then tomorrow on stream, and then later as an episode of the show, we're going to do a coaching draft with Nicole, where I'm going to have Nicole come in and kind of like walk her through a draft. So you can see like a live coaching session. And you folks seem interested in that. Obviously, your feedback dictates what I do here on the channel. So you're all great. So stream will go on. The YouTube will not. YouTube folks, love you, like, comment, subscribe. You're all great. Peace.